A message for the chosen ones. Before October 21st. Do not ignore this. Your future timeline depends on it. Listen closely. If you are hearing my voice right now, it is not by accident. It is not a coincidence. And it is not a random alignment of an algorithm. This is a targeted transmission, a sacred echo reaching across the digital void to find you, and only you, because you are one of the ones who needs to hear this before the clock strikes midnight on October 21st, 2025. The world is about to split into two distinct timelines, and the gateway is a celestial event that most of the planet will sleep through, only to awaken in a reality they no longer recognize, wondering why everything feels so dissonant, so hollow. But you will not be one of them. You are being given a choice, a key, and a warning. This is the most important energetic event of the year, perhaps the decade, and it has been engineered by the cosmos as a final severance, a great energetic cutting of cords. We are talking about the super new moon in Libra, and it is far more powerful and far more dangerous than anyone is telling you. The mainstream spiritual narrative will tell you that a new moon is a time for gentle intention setting, for planting seeds, for quiet manifestation. That is the common belief, the comfortable story. But the truth, the reality that is about to shatter expectations, is that this particular new moon is not a planter's moon. It is a reaper's moon. It is not here to help you build. It is here to help you demolish. It is a cosmic detonation in the dark, designed to obliterate every false foundation upon which you have built your life, so that what remains is only the unshakable truth of your soul's purpose. This event is being called the Great Unveiling. For months, maybe even years, you have felt it. A deep, aching sense that something is profoundly off. You've walked through your life feeling like an actor in a play you never auditioned for. The relationships feel hollow. The career path feels like a cage, and the reflection in the mirror feels like a stranger wearing your skin. This feeling is not depression. It is divine dissatisfaction. It is the homing signal of your higher self, screaming that you are living on a false timeline, a path constructed from societal expectations, ancestral trauma, and karmic debt. You, the chosen one, the lightworker, the grid keeper, have been feeling the tremors of this coming earthquake for so long. The ringing in your ears that comes and goes, the sudden waking at 3 or 4 a.m. with your heart pounding for no reason, the dreams so vivid and strange, they feel more real than your waking life. These are not random symptoms, they are the signs of your spiritual antennae, attuning to the incoming frequency of this super new moon. This moon is a cosmic scalpel, and it is coming to perform radical surgery on the collective and most importantly, on you. Its proximity to Earth, the very definition of a supermoon, amplifies its gravitational and energetic pull, not just on our oceans, but on the waters of your subconscious mind, on the very fluid of your emotional body. It is here to pull to the surface every poison, every lie, every compromise, and every unhealed wound that you have buried deep within you. The reason this will shock so many is because of its placement in Libra. Libra is the sign of balance, harmony, justice, and relationships. The common expectation, therefore, is that this new moon will bring a beautiful, harmonious, balancing energy. But this is the great deception. The reality is that this lunar event will achieve balance through chaos. It will not gently nudge the scales. It will shatter them completely so they can be rebuilt on a foundation of absolute truth. It will not bring harmony to your existing relationships. It will expose every ounce of disharmony, every toxic dynamic, every energetic imbalance with such blinding clarity that you can no longer ignore it. This is a moon of radical, uncompromising truth. It is the moment where the universe holds up a mirror to your life and asks, is this truly justice for your soul? Is this partnership a true reflection of divine union, or is it a trauma bond? Is this career path a sacred expression of your gifts, or is it a prison you've decorated? For the unprepared, this sudden unveiling will feel like a catastrophe. Relationships will crumble overnight. Careers will suddenly feel so unbearable that people will walk out without a plan. Hidden truths in families and friendships will erupt to the surface, causing irreparable rifts. The masses will call it chaos, but you will know it as a purge, a necessary, brutal, and ultimately liberating purification. This is the promise of the event, the plan that the universe has for those who are brave enough to face it. This is why you are being warned. Because you have a choice. You can either be a victim of this cosmic wave, tossed and turned by the sudden changes, or you can become the surfer, consciously riding this immense power to the shore of your new reality. The energy of this new moon is not something to be feared, it is something to be commanded. But to command it, you must first understand its mechanics. This is a 5-step process, a framework for navigating this portal. First comes the recognition, which is what is happening for you right now, as you receive this message. Second is the purge, the period where you must consciously identify and release the falsehoods in your life. Third is the void, a terrifying but sacred period of emptiness after the old has fallen away. Fourth is the download, where the new codes for your true timeline are delivered to you in the silence. And fifth is the reconstruction, where you begin to build your new life, not from ego, but from soul. Most people will get stuck in the purge, fighting to hold on to the wreckage of their old lives. They will fear the void, and so they will never receive the download. They will try to rebuild using the same faulty blueprints, and will find themselves in an even more painful loop of suffering. But you, the chosen one, are here to walk through all 5 stages with awareness and intention. This is your initiation. Let's delve deeper into the purge, because this is the most active and critical phase you will enter under the dark light of this moon. The purge operates on 3 levels: the physical, the emotional, and the relational. On the physical level, you will feel a sudden and intense urge to declutter. This is not simple spring cleaning. This is a spiritual imperative. You will look at your possessions and see them not as things, but as energetic anchors to a past self you are shedding. You must be ruthless. Old clothes, gifts from past lovers, things you've kept out of guilt or obligation, they must go. Every object that does not resonate with the highest version of yourself that you can imagine is a weight holding you down in the old timeline. Holding on to them is an act of self-betrayal during this portal. Your body itself will also begin to purge. You may experience sudden flu-like symptoms, digestive issues, or waves of exhaustion. Do not mistake this for sickness. This is your vessel clearing dense, stagnant energy. It is recalibrating its frequency to be able to hold more light. Support this process. Drink copious amounts of water, eat clean, light foods, and rest as if it is your job. Your body is working harder than you can possibly imagine to prepare you for what's next. If you are feeling this resonance deep within your soul, if you know you are here for this great shift, I want you to anchor this energy right now by typing "I am awake" in the comments below. Let the universe know you have received the call and are ready for the transformation. Now, let's talk about the emotional purge, which for many will be the most challenging aspect. The dark of the new moon provides no external distractions, forcing all of your awareness inward. The amplified gravitational pull will dredge up feelings you thought you had dealt with long ago. That childhood trauma you thought you processed, it will surface with the emotional intensity of the day it first happened. That heartbreak you thought you were over, you will feel the grief as if it were fresh. This is not a regression. The universe is not punishing you. This is the core principle of reality beating expectations. You expect that when a wound resurfaces, it's a sign of failure, that you haven't healed. The profound reality is that these wounds are returning for their final eulogy. They are coming back to be witnessed one last time, not with the immature consciousness of the child who first experienced them, but with the wisdom and compassion of the soul you are today. Your task is not to suppress these emotions or even to analyze them endlessly. Your task is to simply feel them. Allow the sadness, the anger, the grief to move through you like a storm. Cry, scream into a pillow. Let your body shake. This is an exorcism of old pain. You are creating space. By allowing the feeling to be fully felt without judgment, you are liberating the trapped energy from your cells, freeing up immense bandwidth for the new frequencies to enter. Finally, there is the relational purge. This is where the Libran energy of the new moon becomes most potent. Under this lunar influence, you will suddenly see everyone in your life with what can only be described as truth vision. The masks will fall. You will hear the dissonance between what people say and what their energy is actually communicating. A friend you've known for years might suddenly feel like a complete stranger, an energetic drain. A family member's passive-aggressive comments which you used to brush off will now feel like daggers to your soul. A romantic partner's subtle manipulations will be exposed in the harsh light of your newfound clarity. This will be painful, and your first instinct might be to doubt yourself. The ego will whisper, "Am I being too sensitive? Am I overreacting? Maybe I'm the problem." That is the programming of the old timeline trying to keep you small and compliant. You must trust this clarity. It is a divine gift. This new moon will demand that you set boundaries that feel like declarations of war to those who have benefited from you having none. It will demand that you have conversations that feel like ripping a bandage off a festering wound, and in some cases, it will demand that you walk away, completely and silently, from people you once thought you couldn't live without. This is the severance. Every relationship that is not built on a foundation of mutual respect, authentic support, and energetic resonance will be revealed as a karmic contract that has now expired. To remain in these dynamics past this point is to consciously choose the timeline of stagnation. The shocking part of this experience is how fast it will happen. This is not a slow fade, it is a sudden cut. One day you will feel one way about a person, and the next, after the new moon has peaked, you will feel a complete and total detachment, a finality that is both chilling and liberating. This is the work of the cosmic scalpel. It doesn't wound, it cleanly amputates what is necrotic. The key is to not resist this process. Do not try to reason your way back into a connection that your soul has clearly rejected. Do not try to mend a bridge that the universe has just firebombed. Your loyalty right now is not to other people's feelings. It is to the preservation and integrity of your own energy. This is the ultimate act of self-love, and it is the price of admission to the higher timeline you are being called to. The loneliness you may feel in the immediate aftermath is not a sign that you've made a mistake. It is the sacred emptiness of the void, the second stage of this process. It is the clean, open space where the universe can finally deliver the blessings, the connections, and the opportunities that are in true alignment with your soul. You are not losing people, you are losing your illusions about them. You are making room. You are preparing the temple of your life for the arrival of the divine. This is the promise hidden within the warning, the medicine hidden within the poison. You are being cleared, cleansed, and prepared for a destiny far greater than the life you are currently living. You just have to be brave enough to let go of everything that is not it. After the storm of the purge, a silence will descend. This is the phase that will test you more than any other. This is where the true spiritual warriors are separated from those who are merely playing a role. We are talking about the second stage of your initiation, the void, the sacred emptiness. After you have bravely decluttered your physical space, allowed the tidal waves of old grief to wash through you, and severed the energetic cords to the relationships of your past timeline, you will not be met with immediate bliss. You will not wake up the next morning to a symphony of angelic choirs and a shower of cosmic rewards. Instead, you will wake up to silence, an unnerving, profound, and all-encompassing emptiness. This is the most misunderstood and feared stage of any true transformation, and it is the reason why most people fail to complete their ascension process. They misinterpret the void as a sign that they have done something wrong. They believe the emptiness is proof of their failure, that the loneliness is a punishment for the boundaries they set. Their ego, terrified of its own dissolution, will scream that this silence is unbearable, that it is a vacuum that must be filled at all costs. This is the great lie. The reality, which so dramatically shatters this expectation, is that the void is not an absence. It is a presence. It is the womb of creation. It is the fertile darkness of the soil before the seed sprouts. It is the sacred pause in the cosmic symphony where the next note is being chosen. To enter this space, and try to immediately fill it with noise, with distraction, with a new relationship or an old habit, is the ultimate act of spiritual sabotage. It is like a farmer planting a seed and then digging it up every 5 minutes to see if it's growing, thereby ensuring it never will. Let us be brutally honest about what the void feels like, so you are not caught unaware. It will feel like a profound loss of identity. The roles you once played, the partner, the employee, the friend, the child of a certain family dynamic, have been stripped away. When you look in the mirror, you may feel a sense of profound disorientation, as if you don't recognize the person staring back. Your motivation for the things that once drove you will evaporate. The career ambitions, the social climbing, the desire for external validation, it will all seem meaningless, like a game you no longer have the energy to play. You might experience a strange emotional flatness, a numbness that feels even more unsettling than the intense pain of the purge. This is not depression, it is a recalibration. Your emotional body is like an instrument that has been played violently for years and is now being restrung. It needs time to settle before it can hold the new higher frequency melodies. You may feel a deep sense of isolation, not just because people have left your life, but because you will feel that no one on earth could possibly understand what you are going through. You are correct. This is a solitary journey. It is the chrysalis phase. A caterpillar does not bring its friends into the cocoon with it. The dissolution into primordial goo and the reformation into a butterfly is a process that must be undertaken alone. To try and explain this to someone still operating on the old frequency would be like trying to describe color to someone born blind. Here lies the greatest danger, the most critical warning for this entire October 21st portal. The temptation to abort the mission during the void will be immense. The ego will launch its most sophisticated counterattacks to pull you back into the known misery of the old timeline. It will orchestrate coincidences. The toxic ex you just bravely cut off will suddenly text you saying they've changed and miss you more than ever. A job offer that mirrors the exact soul-crushing career you just left, but with a slightly higher salary, will land in your inbox. Old friends, the very ones who drained your energy, will suddenly invite you out, promising that things will be different this time. These are not signs from the universe that you made a mistake. They are tests. They are the final gatekeepers of your old reality, checking to see if you are truly committed to your liberation. To succumb to these temptations, to fill the sacred emptiness with the familiar poison of the past, is to fail the initiation. You will be sent right back to the beginning of the karmic loop, only this time the lessons will be harsher, the pain more acute, because you consciously chose to turn away from the door of your own freedom. The universe is infinitely patient, but it does not reward cowardice. The regret you would feel later, knowing you were on the precipice of a completely new life and chose to retreat into the burning building of your past, would be a burden far heavier than the temporary discomfort of the void. So what is the work to be done in the void? The work is non-work. The action is non-action. Your task is to simply be with the emptiness, to allow the silence to permeate your being. This is a time for radical stillness. Turn off the television. Log out of social media. Put your phone on airplane mode for hours at a time. Go for long walks in nature without headphones, allowing the sounds of the earth to be your only soundtrack. Sit in a quiet room and simply breathe. Do not meditate with the goal of achieving enlightenment or having a mystical experience. Meditate with the sole purpose of being present with yourself, in the silence. Journal, but not to figure things out. Journal, to allow the confusion, the fear and the disorientation to pour out onto the page without judgment. This process is about creating an empty container. You have taken out the trash. Now you must resist the urge to fill the bin with new trash before the divine gifts have a chance to be delivered. You are signaling to the cosmos through your disciplined stillness that you are ready. You are demonstrating, through your trust in the process, that you are worthy of receiving the new blueprints for your life. The void is the ultimate act of faith. It is the space between the trapeze bars. You have let go of the old one, and you are flying through the air with no guarantee that the new one will appear. Your faith is the very force that makes it materialize. If you commit to honoring this sacred void, to resisting the desperate urge to fill it with noise and distraction, I want you to anchor this powerful choice right now. Comment "I hold the space" below to solidify your intention with the universe and with this community of chosen ones. Let it be known that you will not abort this sacred mission. Now, let's pull back the curtain and examine the cosmic mechanics at play. Why this new moon? Why October 21st, 2025? Why is it so uniquely potent? This is not a random celestial event. It is a perfectly timed, astrologically precise surgical strike. As we mentioned, it's a super new moon in Libra. The supermoon aspect is critical. Its close proximity to Earth means its gravitational and energetic influence is not just a gentle suggestion, it is a physical, biological, and quantum command. It bypasses the analytical filters of your prefrontal cortex and speaks directly to the water in your cells, to your DNA, and to the deep primal archives of your subconscious mind. This is why the changes feel so visceral, so non-negotiable. It's a body-level upgrade, and the mind is the last to catch up. But the true power, the demolition crew energy, comes from the planetary alignments forming a rare and volatile configuration around this lunation. On this day, the new moon in Libra will form a near-exact square to Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and soul-level transformation, which will have just firmly re-entered the revolutionary sign of Aquarius. Let's break this down. A square is an aspect of extreme tension and crisis. It forces a breakdown so that a breakthrough can occur. It is an evolutionary bottleneck. Pluto represents the deepest, most hidden power structures both in the world and within your own psyche. Libra represents harmony, justice, and relationships. Therefore, a new moon in Libra squaring Pluto in Aquarius is a cosmic declaration of war on all false harmony. It is a command to shatter any relationship, any contract, any social agreement that is built on a foundation of lies, control, or inauthenticity. Pluto in Aquarius is about the radical liberation of the collective and the destruction of old, corrupt systems. When the new moon triggers this, it brings that global systemic revolution into the most personal area of your life, your heart, and your connections. It demands you ask, where have I been complicit in my own imprisonment? Where have I traded my soul's truth for the illusion of peace? Where have I participated in a relationship dynamic that is a microcosm of the very oppression I claim to despise in the world? This is the energy that will topple personal empires built on sand. Simultaneously, this new moon will be forming a supportive trine to Mars, the planet of action and assertion, in the dualistic sign of Gemini. A trine is an aspect of harmonious flow. This is the universe's gift to you. It is providing you with the exact energy you need to navigate the Plutonian crisis. The Mars in Gemini trine grants you the mental clarity, the verbal dexterity, and the decisive courage to have the impossible conversations, to speak your truth with precision, and to make the choices that will liberate you. It ensures that while the breakdown is happening, Pluto, you have the tools and the momentum to move through it effectively. Mars. It is the divine escape hatch provided alongside the divine detonation. This is why you, the chosen one, are feeling this so intensely, while others around you seem oblivious, still lost in the mundane distractions of the matrix. It is because you are a part of the planet's energetic immune system. You are a grid keeper, a light worker, a frequency holder. Your nervous system is more finely tuned than that of the average human. You are the first to detect the incoming cosmic waves, and you are tasked with anchoring the new frequencies into the Earth plane. Your personal purge is not just for you. As you clear your own trauma, you are clearing ancestral lines. As you walk away from a toxic dynamic, you are shattering a collective template of codependency. As you hold the space in the void, you are creating a stable energetic field for others who will be waking up in shock and confusion. Your pain has a purpose. Your struggle is a sacred service. You are the vanguard, the spiritual first responders clearing the path for humanity's next evolutionary leap. This is your mission. It is a heavy burden, but it is also your greatest honor. This new moon is a massive activation of that mission, a promotion to a new level of service and personal power. You are not being punished, you are being deployed. This is not for everyone. It's for the chosen who are ready to change their reality. I released a members-only deep briefing called Warning Ill Chosen Ones. Watch this before November 2025. Rare Moon portal still open. Prepare before October 31st, 2025 or miss this massive energy shift. This spiritual message in this month will change everything. In that video I reveal the exact activations and protections you must do. Click the description link or the pinned comment and watch it before the energy lands. If you skip this window you may never get this same upgrade. As you sit in the stillness of the void, having weathered the storms of the purge and understanding your sacred role, the first whispers of the new reality will begin to arrive. This is the fourth stage. The download. The download is not what most people expect. It will not be a booming voice from the heavens dictating your new life plan. The language of the universe is far more subtle, elegant, and personal. The download comes in whispers, in symbols, in feelings, in synchronicities. It is the universe planting clues along your path, breadcrumbs leading you out of the dark forest of the void and into the sunlit clearing of your new timeline. One of the first signs the download is beginning is an explosion of synchronicities. You will start seeing repeating number sequences everywhere. 11, 11, 444, 777, 22, 22. Do not dismiss these. They are cosmic signposts, little winks from your guidance team confirming that you are on the right path. You might think of an obscure question, only to overhear a stranger's conversation in a cafe that provides the exact answer. You might see the same animal, an owl, a hawk, a butterfly, multiple times in a single day, prompting you to look up its spiritual meaning, only to find a message so accurate it takes your breath away. These are not coincidences. The word coincidence is the vocabulary of the asleep. This is the fabric of the matrix becoming visible to you. It is the universe showing you that it is in constant communication with you. Your job is to pay attention, to remain curious, and to follow the trail. Another powerful conduit for the download is your dream state. During and after the void, your dreams will become extraordinarily vivid, lucid, and meaningful. The veil between the conscious and subconscious worlds thins to the point of transparency. Your guides and your higher self will use the canvas of your dreams to communicate complex ideas and blueprints that your waking mind is not yet ready to process. You may have dreams where you are living in a new home, working a new job, or interacting with a soulmate you have yet to meet. Pay close attention to the feeling in these dreams. That feeling is the vibrational signature of your future timeline. It is your soul giving you a preview of what you are moving towards. You might also receive direct messages in dreams, symbols, words, even entire conversations that provide clarity on your next steps. Keep a dream journal by your bed and write down everything you can remember the moment you wake up. Do not try to analyze it immediately, just capture the data. Over time, as you review your entries, the patterns and the messages will become stunningly clear. You are being handed the script for the next act of your life, one dream at a time. If you are feeling the profound truth of your role as a grid keeper and a lightworker during this monumental shift, if you understand that your personal journey is part of a planetary service, I want you to claim it now. Type "I accept my mission" in the comments section below. Declare your readiness to step into this new level of your power. Beyond synchronicities and dreams, the download will arrive as a somatic knowing, a deep, unshakable feeling in your gut. This is the intelligence of the body, which is far older and wiser than the mind. You will be contemplating a choice, and an idea will pop into your head. If it is aligned with your new timeline, you will feel a sensation of expansion in your chest, a warmth, a lightness, a feeling of yes that resonates through every cell of your being. Conversely, if an idea or opportunity is a distraction from the old timeline, you will feel a contraction, a tightness in your stomach, a feeling of dread, a full body NO. You must learn to trust this internal guidance system above all else. It will never lie to you. Your mind can be deceived, programmed, and manipulated. Your heart can be confused by sentimentality and attachment. But your body, your gut, cannot be fooled. It is your direct line to source. Honoring its wisdom is a prerequisite for building a life of authentic power. Finally, the download will often manifest as a sudden, overwhelming creative urge. After a period of feeling numb and uninspired in the void, you will wake up one day with an unstoppable desire to create, to write, to paint, to compose music, to start a business, to design a new project. This is not just a random whim. This is the new code, the new energy of your soul's purpose, seeking expression through you. It is the blueprint for your future, becoming an impulse for creation in the present. When this urge strikes, you must follow it. Do not question it. Do not procrastinate. Act on it immediately, even if it's just a small step. That creative act is you physically anchoring the energy of your new timeline into the third dimension. It is the first brick laid in the foundation of the life that has been waiting for you on the other side of the fire. You have walked through the fire of the purge, endured the sacred silence of the void, and begun to receive the divine whispers of the download. You have decoded the synchronicities, honored the wisdom of your dreams, and felt the first creative impulses of your new reality stirring within you. Now, you stand at the threshold of the final, most tangible stage of this profound initiation. This is the fifth and culminating phase, the reconstruction. This is where the ethereal blueprints you've received from the cosmos are translated into the physical, three-dimensional world. This is where you move from being a passive receiver of divine guidance to an active, conscious co-creator of your new timeline. The reconstruction phase is where your faith is forged into your reality. Many who make it this far stumble here, because this stage demands a unique and paradoxical blend of divine surrender and disciplined human effort. It's the art of building a new world while simultaneously letting go of any attachment to what that world will look like. It's about taking inspired action without the ego's desperate need to control the outcome. This is the master level of the game. And the October 21st super new moon has catapulted you directly into this arena. Let's be clear about what reconstruction is not. It is not about sitting in meditation and visualizing your new life into existence, hoping that a new car, a perfect partner, and a dream job will magically appear on your doorstep. That is a gross oversimplification of spiritual law, a passive fantasy that keeps people trapped in inaction. The universe does not reward wishful thinking, it rewards courageous action that is aligned with its energetic currents. Reconstruction is also not about hustle culture. It is not about creating a 5-year plan, setting aggressive goals, and forcing your will upon the world through sheer effort. That is the methodology of the old masculine paradigm, the very system of control and domination you have just purged from your being. To attempt to build your new 5D reality using old 3D tools is to guarantee failure. You will exhaust yourself, burn out, and find that the universe places obstacle after obstacle in your path because you are trying to build with the wrong materials on sacred ground. The energy of the new timeline is fluid, intuitive, and magnetic. It requires a completely different approach to creation. This is urgent. Do not skip this. Watch the members-only briefing. Warning: all chosen ones, watch this before November 2025. Rare moon portal still open. Prepare before October 31st, 2025, or miss this massive energy shift. This spiritual message and this month will change everything. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait. The foundational principle of reconstruction is this: you build your new life one aligned choice at a time. The grand vision you may have seen in your dreams will not manifest overnight. It will be built brick by brick, and each brick is a small, seemingly insignificant decision you make throughout your day. The universe is testing you constantly, not with grand moral dilemmas, but with 1,000 tiny opportunities to choose alignment over compromise. It's the choice to eat the vibrant, living food that makes your body feel good, instead of the processed junk that your old emotional patterns crave. It's the choice to speak your authentic truth in a conversation, even when your voice shakes, instead of staying silent to keep the peace. It's the choice to spend an hour working on your passion project, the one that lights up your soul, instead of numbing yourself with another 3 hours of mindless scrolling. Each of these small conscious choices is a vote for your new reality. Each choice sends a powerful signal to the cosmos that says, I am ready, I am choosing this, I am embodying this new frequency now. The universe responds not to your words or your desires, but to your embodied frequency. When you consistently choose the actions that align with the version of yourself you are becoming, the universe has no choice but to rearrange itself to match that frequency. This is the law. Let's explore the practical application of this in the key areas of your life that were dismantled during the purge. First, let's talk about your physical environment and your body, the temple of your soul. The reconstruction of your home is not about interior design, it is about creating a sacred sanctuary. After your initial declutter, now you begin to consciously curate your space. Every object you bring into your home must pass a simple test. Does this object raise my frequency? Does it inspire me? Does it bring me a feeling of peace and beauty? This means being incredibly intentional. It might mean living in a minimalist space for a while, rather than filling it with cheap, meaningless decor. It's about choosing one beautiful piece of art that speaks to your soul over 10 generic prints. It's about bringing in living plants, crystals, and natural materials that hold a high vibration. Your home is no longer just a place to live, it is your energetic incubator, the external reflection of your internal state. As you elevate the frequency of your home, you will find that your own energy stabilizes and rises to meet it. The same principle applies to your body. The reconstruction of your physical vessel is about treating it not as a machine to be disciplined, but as a sacred animal to be loved and listened to. This means moving your body in ways that feel joyful, not punishing. For some that might be dancing. For others, it might be yoga or walking in the woods. It means listening to your body's intuitive cues about what it needs to eat, moving beyond the dogma of diets and into a loving, responsive relationship with your own biology. Your body is your primary instrument for navigating this new reality. To neglect it is to try and receive a beautiful radio signal through a broken static-filled receiver. If you are ready to step into this role of the conscious co-creator, to build your new reality with intention and divine alignment, I want you to claim this power now. Comment below with I am building my new world. Let this be your declaration to the universe that you are no longer waiting for life to happen to you, you are actively shaping it. Next, we must address the reconstruction of your relationships. This is perhaps the most delicate and rewarding part of the process. After the radical severance of the purge, the void created a space for new connections to enter your life. But they will not arrive if you are still radiating the frequency of your old relational patterns. You have to become the person you want to attract. If you desire a partner who is emotionally available, you must first become radically available to your own emotions. If you crave friends who are authentic and supportive, you must first be uncompromisingly authentic and supportive of yourself. The universe is a mirror. It will bring you people who are a perfect energetic match for who you are, not who you want to be. This means the initial phase of relational reconstruction is a solitary, internal job. It's about healing your attachment wounds, learning to source your validation from within, and becoming so deeply in love with your own company that a relationship becomes a beautiful addition, not a desperate need. When you have reached this state of sovereign wholeness, the universe will begin to send you the members of your soul family. These connections will feel profoundly different from anything you have experienced before. There will be no games, no manipulation, no emotional roller coaster. There will be an instantaneous sense of recognition, a feeling of, oh, there you are, I've been waiting for you. The conversations will be deep and effortless. The support will be unconditional. These connections will not drain you, they will energize you. They will see the highest version of yourself and hold that vision for you, even when you cannot see it for yourself. These are the divine appointments that have been waiting for you on the other side of the purge. But you must be discerning. As you begin to radiate this new higher frequency, you will also attract energetic tourists, people from the old paradigm who are drawn to your light because they want to consume it, not contribute to it. Your finely tuned intuition, your somatic guidance system, will be your greatest asset here. You must trust the feeling, not the words. If a new connection feels off, if it creates a sense of contraction in your gut, no matter how perfect it looks on paper, you must have the courage to walk away. This is you protecting the sacred garden of your new reality from invasive species. Now let us speak of your sacred work, your soul's purpose. For many chosen ones, the purge involved the collapse of a career path that was misaligned. The reconstruction of your work is not about finding a new job. It is about activating your divine mission. The creative urges you began to feel during the download phase were the seeds of this mission. Your work now is to tend to those seeds. This requires a radical shift in your understanding of work. Your purpose is not a job title. It is the unique energetic frequency that you came to this planet to embody and express. For some, this will translate into a traditional career, but one that is now infused with purpose and authenticity. For others, it will mean becoming an artist, a healer, a teacher, an entrepreneur, a builder of new systems. The form is secondary to the frequency. The key is to follow the energy of joy, curiosity, and expansion. What are you doing when you lose all track of time? What subject could you talk about for hours without getting bored? What problem in the world breaks your heart and ignites a fire within you to find a solution? These are not trivial interests, they are the signposts pointing directly to your Dharma. The practical steps of reconstructing your work involve taking small, consistent, inspired actions. It's not about quitting your current job tomorrow with no plan. It's about dedicating 1 hour every day to developing the new skill, building the new project, writing the book, creating the art. It's about saying no to draining freelance projects so you can say yes to the whispers of your soul. This is a process of building a bridge to your new reality while you are still standing on the shore of the old one. You build the bridge with every blog post you write, every coaching session you offer, every piece of art you create. Eventually, the bridge will be strong enough to walk across. The universe will signal when it is time to take the leap. An unexpected layoff from the old job might occur, which is not a crisis, but a divine push. The income from your passion project might suddenly match your old salary. The opportunity you've been dreaming of will materialize out of the blue. These moments are the culmination of all the small aligned steps you have taken. The shock will be how effortlessly it seems to happen in the end. But it is not magic. It is the physics of co-creation. You did the internal work, you took the aligned action, and the universe simply responded in kind, delivering a reality that matched the frequency you so bravely chose to embody. The shock factor of this entire post-new moon period lies in its speed and its finality. The changes you are implementing are not temporary adjustments, they are permanent timeline jumps. As you reconstruct your life, you will become increasingly unrecognizable to those who knew you before. They may accuse you of being selfish for having boundaries. They may call you crazy for leaving a stable career to follow a creative passion. They may feel uncomfortable around your new authentic energy because it illuminates their own compromises. This is the inevitable bifurcation. You are moving onto an entirely different vibrational wavelength, and just as an AM radio cannot receive an FM signal, those who are not upgrading their own frequency will no longer be able to perceive or relate to your reality. There will be moments of grief for this, a sadness for the connections that cannot come with you. Allow yourself to feel it, but do not allow it to pull you back. Your journey forward is not just for you. Every chosen one who successfully navigates this reconstruction and builds a life of authentic soul-aligned power becomes a lighthouse. You become a living, breathing testament to what is possible. Your energy, your joy, your very presence becomes an activation for others. You show them, not by preaching but by being, that a different way of living is available. You hold the energetic door open for those who are ready to walk through it. This is the culmination of your mission. You were purged, You were emptied, you were downloaded, so that you could become a master builder, not just of your own life, but of the new earth itself. If you are feeling the truth of this in every cell of your being, if you know that your personal reconstruction is a contribution to the new earth, anchor this understanding now. Comment below with "I am a lighthouse." Claim your role as a beacon of possibility in this great awakening. Finally, we must speak of the most crucial element of the reconstruction phase, the management of your energy. Your energy is now your most precious resource, the currency of the new paradigm. You must learn to protect it, cultivate it, and invest it with the wisdom of a master. This means conducting a daily energy audit. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what people, what activities, what thoughts, and what environments gave me energy today, and what took it away? Be brutally honest. If scrolling a particular social media feed for 10 minutes leaves you feeling drained and anxious, that is a massive energy leak. If having a conversation with a certain person always leaves you feeling depleted, that is an energetic vampire you can no longer afford to entertain. Your job is to systematically eliminate the drains and amplify the sources of power. This is not selfish, it is a strategic necessity. You cannot build a new world if your life force is constantly being siphoned off by misaligned energies. This is also why creating a daily spiritual practice is non-negotiable during the reconstruction. This doesn't have to be an hour-long complicated ritual. It can be 10 minutes of meditation in the morning to set your energetic tone for the day. It can be 5 minutes of gratitude practice before bed to attune your frequency to abundance. It can be a simple prayer to your guides, asking for clarity and support. This daily practice is your anchor. It is how you plug into your divine power source, recharge your batteries, and ensure that you are building your new life from a place of overflow, not from a place of depletion. It is the conscious act of aligning your small human will with the grand cosmic will of the universe, ensuring that the actions you take are not just your own, but are divinely inspired and infinitely supported. This is how you move from effort to grace, from struggling to flow. This is how you build a life that is not only successful by the world's standards, but is a masterpiece of the soul. We have journeyed together through the crucible of the October 21st super new moon. We've faced the demolition of the purge, navigated the profound stillness of the void, decoded the sacred transmissions of the download, and laid the first foundational bricks of the reconstruction. Now, as you stand in the midst of building your new reality, we arrive at the final, most advanced, and most misunderstood aspect of this entire cosmic initiation. This is the integration of your new energetic signature, a process we can call embodying the future self. This is not a separate stage that comes after reconstruction. It is the quantum lubricant that makes the entire building process flow with grace, speed, and miraculous ease. This is the secret key that unlocks the next level of your co-creative power, moving you from a conscious builder to a master manifester. Most people believe in the linear progression of time. You do the work, you build the thing, and then one day in the distant future you will finally become the person who deserves to live in that reality. This is the greatest illusion of the third-dimensional matrix. It is a trap of perpetual striving, of "I'll be happy when." The shocking paradigm-shattering reality that this new moon portal has activated is that you must become the person first. You must embody the frequency, the mindset, the emotional state, and the daily habits of your future self now, before the external reality has fully caught up. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. Embodying your future self is the art and science of collapsing time by becoming the vibrational match for your desired reality in this present moment. Let's break down this seemingly esoteric concept into a practical, grounded methodology. The first step is to gain absolute clarity on the energetic signature of the future self you are becoming. This is not about visualizing a specific house or a bank account balance. Those are external forms, and being attached to them can limit what the universe wants to bring you. Instead, you must focus on the feeling state of the person who lives that life. Close your eyes and truly connect with the version of you who is living in your fully reconstructed, soul-aligned reality. What does that person feel like in their body? Are they calm, grounded, and centered? Or are they vibrant, expressive, and full of creative energy? How do they carry themselves? Do they walk with confidence and an open heart? What is their dominant emotional state? Is it joy, peace, freedom, gratitude? How do they think? Do they see problems as obstacles or as exciting challenges? Are their thoughts focused on lack and worry, or on possibility and abundance? You must get so intimately familiar with this future self that you can feel them in your own cells. This is your energetic North Star. This is the frequency you are now tasked with cultivating every single day. The second step is the daily practice of embodiment. This is where the magic happens. Each morning, before you engage with the outside world, you must consciously and intentionally step into the energetic frequency of this future self. This can be a 5-minute practice. You sit, close your eyes, and call forth that feeling state you've identified. You breathe into it. You let the feeling of peace or joy or confidence fill your entire body. You imagine this energy radiating from you like a sun. You are not pretending to be this person. You are remembering the truth of who you already are at a soul level. You are activating the timeline where this version of you is already a reality. Then you make a conscious decision. Today, I will move through the world as this version of myself. I will make my decisions from this place. I will speak from this place. I will act from this place. This act of conscious embodiment is the most powerful command you can give to the universe. It is a declaration that you are no longer waiting for the future, you are pulling it into your present. Now, here is where the rubber meets the road. Throughout your day, the old reality, the 3D matrix, will present you with challenges designed to test your commitment to this new frequency. These are what we can call vibrational reality checks. You might get an unexpected bill in the mail, designed to trigger your old pattern of lack and panic. You might have a difficult interaction with someone that is designed to trigger your old pattern of people-pleasing or defensiveness. You might face a setback in your new project, designed to trigger your old pattern of self-doubt and giving up. In these moments, you have a choice. The old self, the default programming, will react automatically with the old familiar, low-frequency emotion. But the future self, the one you consciously embodied in the morning, would respond differently. The future self, who lives in a state of trust and abundance, would see the bill and think, okay, money is a form of energy. The universe is testing my faith. I know the resources will appear. The future self, who is grounded in their own sovereign worth, would navigate the difficult interaction with calm, compassionate boundaries, not reactive anger. The future self, who sees all challenges as opportunities for growth, would view the setback as a valuable course correction, not a sign of failure. Every time you are faced with one of these reality checks, and you consciously choose to respond as your future self, you perform a miracle. You literally rewrite your neurological pathways. You dissolve an old karmic pattern. You anchor the frequency of your new timeline more firmly into your physical reality. This is the great work. It is moment to moment, choice by choice alchemy. It is choosing the high road not just because it's morally right, but because it is strategically brilliant. It is the fastest way to collapse the time between where you are and where you want to be. The universe sees you holding the frequency of your future reality, even when the current circumstances don't reflect it, and it rushes to close the gap. It says, I see. This is who you are now. Let me rearrange the props on the stage to match this new character you are playing so authentically. This is how sudden opportunities appear, how the right people find you, how synchronicities accelerate until your life becomes a continuous stream of miracles. It's because you didn't wait for the evidence to appear before you believed. You believed so fiercely, you embodied so completely, that you became the evidence. If you are ready to commit to this master-level practice, to collapse time and pull your future into your now through the power of daily embodiment, then I want you to make a sacred vow to yourself and the cosmos. In the comments below, type I embody my future self now. This is your command. This is your activation. Let's delve deeper into the quantum mechanics of why this works, particularly in the supercharged energetic field created by the October 21st portal. This super new moon didn't just shift the external world, It fundamentally upgraded your energetic hardware. It activated dormant strands of your DNA, the so-called junk DNA that mainstream science has yet to understand. This DNA contains the codes for your multidimensional abilities, including the ability to consciously interact with multiple timelines. Before this portal, you were largely locked into a single linear perception of time. Now, you have been given the access codes to operate as a quantum being. You can consciously choose which timeline you wish to experience by choosing the frequency you wish to embody. The practice of embodying your future self is you consciously tuning your personal radio dial to the frequency of the timeline you desire. The old timeline, with all its struggle and limitation, is still broadcasting, but you no longer have to listen to it. By consistently choosing the frequency of your future self, the signal of the old timeline becomes weaker and weaker until it fades into static and then disappears entirely from your experiential reality. This is why, as you deepen into this practice, you will experience a strange phenomenon. You will look back at the person you were just a few weeks or months ago, and they will feel like a completely different person, someone you read about in a book. You may even have trouble clearly remembering the details of the suffering you endured, not because you have a bad memory, but because you are no longer a vibrational match for that reality. The files have been archived on a different energetic server to which you no longer have the password. This is the true meaning of healing. It is not about endlessly processing the past, it is about choosing a new reality so completely that the past loses its energetic charge and its grip on your present. This is the ultimate freedom that the October 21st Gateway has offered you. The door is open. The choice to walk through it, and to keep walking through it, every single moment of every single day, is yours. Now, a crucial warning for this stage of the journey. As you begin to consistently embody this high-frequency future self, you will become a powerful energetic transmitter. Your field will radiate a frequency of coherence, love and possibility that is deeply attractive but also deeply triggering to the chaotic fear-based energy of the dying matrix. You become a walking, talking pattern interrupt for everyone you encounter. This can manifest in two ways. Firstly, you will find that strangers are drawn to you. People will smile at you for no reason. They will start conversations with you in the grocery line. They will tell you their life story. This is because your coherent field feels like an oasis to their dysregulated nervous systems. They are unconsciously seeking the energetic medicine you carry. In these moments, your task is simply to be present, to hold your frequency, and to offer a kind word. You don't need to preach or try to save them. Your very presence is the service. However, the second manifestation is more challenging. Those who are deeply invested in the drama, victimhood, and control paradigms of the old world will be intensely triggered by your light. Your peace will highlight their chaos. Your freedom will illuminate their self-imposed prisons. Your authentic power will feel like a threat to their ego structures. These individuals may project their shadow onto you. They may lash out with criticism, judgment, or envy. They may try to provoke you, to pull you back down into a low-frequency emotional drama. It is absolutely critical that you do not take the bait. You must understand that their reaction has nothing to do with you. It is a reflection of their own internal war. To engage with their drama, to defend yourself, to get drawn into an argument, is to abandon your post as the lighthouse keeper and jump back into the stormy seas. You must become energetically Teflon. You hold your center, you maintain your frequency, and you allow their projections to slide right off you. This may mean silently walking away. It may mean responding with a simple neutral statement like, "I hear you, but I do not share that perspective." This is the mastery of energetic sovereignty. It is you refusing to let the chaos of the old world compromise the sacred temple of your new one. If this entire journey resonates with the deepest truth of your soul, if you recognize yourself in these words and are committed to this path of mastery, let's seal this intention with one final powerful declaration. This is for you, for this community, and for the universe to witness. In the comments below, write with all the conviction of your heart, "I am the future now, Welcome home, chosen one. The real journey has just begun.